Hey, welcome back. So the view is a little different, right? Okay, so I rotated 90 degrees around my L-shaped sofa. All right, so you might have seen my motorcycle riding video that I just put out a couple of days ago. Uh, I showed in a previous video that I had the phone mount finally. I was going to get it put on the motorcycle. Well, in this video, I get it put on. And I thought, well, the only way to know is to go and ride and test it. And I was testing it bare phone, no microphones. And I'll tell you what, I was amazed that my voice, my audio was actually able to get to the phone. And you could almost hear what I was saying. Now, I did not have a microphone like this. I didn't have a microphone. I didn't have anything else, just that. And another thing that amazed me was there was a couple of times I hit 100 kilometers an hour. Okay. I was going to be late for church because I put well, you'll see. I got the decals or the emblems for my motorcycle that say Dominar 400, and you'll see that coming up. I put those on and I checked the time. Oh no, I'm going to be late for church. So I was making haste, 8 minutes to get to church. Normally it takes me between 12 and 15. So yeah, but I got lucky. There's not a lot of traffic. In fact, it was relatively calm. You should see when I came back, the idiots had woken up and they were plugging up the road. So, but anyway, I had a lot of vibration problems in that. Okay, so here's the shock absorber, and it goes under the part that holds my phone that clips in and stuff. It clips into here, and you see these rubber parts. These are the shock absorbers. You can see there's a gap here, and this moves around, and that's the shock absorption. But see this right here? That's a screw. Got a nut on the backside. That came loose. And so it was really moving around a lot. And I didn't know because, again, I had the phone mount on there, and on the backside is where the ball mount goes, and it clips into the mount that mounts on the handlebars. But you can see here how much that flexes. Well, when you're on a very buzzy road, yeah, it's going to do this, and it's going to have a lot. So you can I tighten this screw down. Now it's a lot closer, and it has almost no movement. So future videos on the rides, I'm going to test with my microphone that I'm using now. I'll find a place to mount that, probably, like on a collar or something. Then you hear what I'm saying. We'll see if it picks up wind noises, because at 100 kilometers an hour, I'm getting wind in my face. Now I'm running a half helmet, and I can run a full face helmet. I've got 4 helmets. I got my half helmet. I've got this new Bell helmet that came with the bike, and it's still got the sticker on the shield, face shield. So I can run that. I have another Harley Davidson helmet that's a 3/4 helmet. It's kind of old school design and stuff. Pretty cool. And then I have one that I bought for my late wife when I got my first Harley. It was a Softail Heritage Softail Classic. Anyway, I should have kept that bike. It was really a joy to drive. It was lighter. It was only weighed probably 650, 700 pounds. Lighter, right? That thing out there doesn't weigh 400. Anyway, my full-dressed Harley, the thing weighs 900 and something pounds. I mean, it's a beast. You tip that thing over, and I have 3 times. You pick that over, it takes 2 men and a boy to help you pick that thing up, and that's including yourself. So 3 men and a boy. So anyway, I've tightened this down, and I'll be doing some more rides. Probably won't bore you a lot, but I'm going to test the audio, and I'm going to do something a little different with the video. You can see the mirror on one side and the windshield on the other side. Well, the mirror stem. So if I zoom out or zoom in just a little bit, it will refocus that, and I think it'll eliminate a lot of that stuff. I don't know. And plus, I had it aimed too low. I need to aim it up a little higher because when I got off the bike at the end of the video, I was cut off from here, and I should have had all of this at least in that. So I need to aim it up just a little bit more. Again, trial and error. So it's been a little bit busy week. I was a little down under the weather with just not feeling good. Head cold, sore throat, coughing. I'm still coughing occasionally. In fact, this is my third take because the first two takes I coughed. So I'm trying to do this without coughing. And I placed some orders on Lazada. And I think I've explained Lazada before. I mean, it's where I got my phone mount. And this is the new one, but I never put it together because all I needed was just the clamp for the handlebars, and you'll see that in this video. So yeah, I got busy on Lazada, and I've had stuff coming in Friday and today. Today's Monday. Well, actually, it's Tuesday morning. It's past midnight. Yeah, I'm a night owl. I don't sleep much. I usually get to sleep about 3-ish. And I'm usually back up around 8, 9, the latest. So I've got a lot of things to do. I've got, oh my goodness, my yard is terrible. But tomorrow, up until about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're supposed to have good sunshiny weather. I've got a lot of yard work to do. So I'm also farming, and I'll show you what I'm doing here. So it's been kind of a busy morning here. Busy Friday. So those bags are topsoil. Why do I need topsoil? To go in the pots that just came. There's 10 of them in there. And they're about the size of those, a little bit bigger. Why do I need those? Green Acres is the place for me. Because I'm going to go into the farming business here. Where? Right along here. Yeah. Not much. I hope these 10 pots will fit, but I can also put a couple here, put a couple down here, and try and get some veggies going. Okay, then inside my other deliveries, the doorbell's been going crazy today. Okay, so I've been opening packages. Yesterday I got these. These are bell pepper. They call them grandes, and these are bell peppers. But I don't think they're really bell peppers. I think these were a little bit more of the, there we go, spicy ones. And then these are supposed to be similar to a green chili we'd get back in the U.S. And yeah, even the green chilies sometimes turn red if they get overripe. That's usually when I knew when the green along the edges would start to get a little bit red, then I knew that they were time. Can't get green chilies here, Anaheim green chilies, or even Hatch. Of course, you can't get Hatch. That's like a patented place. Seeds, anyway, and only in Hatch, New Mexico, right? But you can get them. Just get the peppers, and then you grow your own seeds, and I did. But anyway. And then these came a couple of weeks ago. These are cherry tomatoes. I got 3 packages, but I've given 2 packages away. A friend of mine, it's up in Pangasinan, he's a church friend. He's on a farm, and he says they're already coming up, so great. I was supposed to give him some of these giant tomatoes. I showed those in the last video. There's 3 packages here, so I'll give some of those to him, and I'll plant the rest. And then this is for my motorcycle, because it's a Dominar, and somebody debadged it, but I want people to know that that's a big bike. It's a 400 on the other side. It's got the 400, so yeah, it wasn't much. It was like 79 pesos or something like that. Cheap. All told here, with these and these, I'm probably into this maybe 1,000 pesos, maybe. I have some jalapenos, or as my late wife used to call them, jalapenos. Joke. anyway, I've got jalapenos still coming, so I don't know when they'll be here. And I think that's about it for my Lazada spree, except I ordered a new inverter. That's 1,000 watts. And the reason I got that is this one here is 3,000 watt. You can see by the number. And it does everything great for running the kitchen appliances and stuff like that. But I need something a little bit smaller that I can put in my other room. And it will it will power up like my printer, which I'm not sure the printer's dual voltage. My stepdaughter once plugged it into the 220 and it worked, but it freaked me out. So I asked her please never do that again. Anyway, so this one, I'll take it out of the box and I'll show you. Okay, so not much to write home about. I don't know why it's got 3 220 plugs, because it's supposed to be convert your voltage, and then it's got one 110 volt, which yeah, the other one has regular US type 110 volt plugs, and this is more of an international type plug, which I can understand that, but you know, still, you know, your standard plug will plug in there, and if it's grounded, you know, the little dingus will go in there. So not much to, you know, to talk about. It's 1,000 watts. And I'm still leaving it in its packaging and stuff, and then it plugs in here, and there should be it says right here the input is 160 to 240 volts, so just plugging it in will be okay. And then it's got a fuse, and they even sent me a couple of spare fuses. That was nice of them. So anyway, now I can run my floor vacuum robot too. Yeah, that was the other thing. I can just put a splitter in here, because I got a splitter. I just put a splitter in there, and I can run my printer and my robot, or I can just unplug one, plug the other one in. But I needed voltage. I needed power for it. It has to take, I think, 800 watts on the vacuum part of it, because it'll dock itself, and then when it does, then the vacuum will suck all the dirt out of the robot into the little vacuum unit, and I think it takes probably 650 watts. But hey, better safe than sorry. Always get more than what I need. That way, buy once, cry once, right? They don't have to worry. This actually wasn't too bad. It was only, I want to say it was just a little over 1,000 pesos. I'll go back through and I'll check my order again, but it was fairly inexpensive and cheap. Okay, cheap. The birds talk about me, but you know, you don't spend money if you don't have to. Like I said, these right here, I think were 75 pesos. You know, these all, well, I know that these were $2.99 for the 3 packages, so let's call it 300 pesos, what, $5 for 3 packages. These I think were about the same price. These I think were 128 pesos, and these two over here, which they only have a few seeds in each one of them, I think those are like 32 pesos, so you know, 50 cents, whatever. Anyway, cheap. And then the pots outside, I think that was 1,300 pesos. I think it was 130 pesos per pot, and I got 10 of them, so I think it's 1,300 pesos. But those are pots that I can use for a long time. Yeah, don't mind my mess. I got a lot of projects. I'm still trying to get my motorcycle mount on. I got caught up with a bunch of things, and then I haven't been feeling great. So yeah, I didn't get everything done. I'll get that on today. Yeah, I just haven't been feeling all the great. There's something going around there. God, I don't know how many people been sick and stuff, you know. Some people really sick, but fortunately I'm not really sick. I just, feeling kind of blah. But yeah, I gotta clean up on all 4 with that packaging and that packaging. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff here to get cleaned up, so. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I got this mounted, and yeah, I got the stem of the mirror just barely misses the camera, but the corner of my windshield will still hit it. But there's not a whole lot of real estate here that I can do this, so it's mounted. We'll see how it works. And you put it in and you push this down and it'll hold the phone in, and then this button right here, it releases it. So it's easy to get on and off. I'm going to turn it and see if it works in portrait mode, because that's the way that I would need it for my GPS. Have my phone vertical. So yeah, seems to work. It's not that hard to turn. Yeah, it's a little stiff, but it should be. Okay. That's done. Gardening's done. Phone mount's done. Next I gotta put my Dominaire stickers right here. Put the 400 down here on this part, so people can see that it's a big bike. It's not a little bike. It's kind of quiet, but Kawasaki. But then you look down here, Bajaj. You can't say that with a straight face. I'm sorry, Bajaj. All right. It's a Dominaire. You can't get that anywhere but maybe India and here. But anyway, so my Dominaire sticker will go here, and then I'll put my 400 right here on both sides. I don't want to put it right on the edge, so I'll put a piece of tape right here to space it, and yeah, whatever. Anyway, one more project to go. I got a lot more projects to do. The weather will hold out. It was starting to look a little while ago like it was going to rain, but now it's looking pretty good, so I'm just going to keep hoping. I got a lot of projects to do. Alright, so this is the view from my camera, and I have my mirror stem that comes just right up here, just barely misses, but unfortunately it's going to mess my focus up. Here's the edge of my windshield, so there's not a whole lot I can do, but we'll see if this is stable. Yeah, it wiggles a little bit, but it's all shock mounted. I'll probably have to do a lot of tightening down with this, but I'd rather have it shock mounted than vibrate my phone to death. Alright, well, there it is. There it was. Alright, so I got this taped into place. I think that'll look pretty good there. And then down here, it's about where everybody would look. See that this is a 400. It's not like a 125 or something. Still got to do the other side, but I'm just trying to get an idea here where I want to put this. I got a curvature of the tank, so I'm thinking about just taking some tape and taping this around a can or something and get it to bend, so that when I put it on, it won't want to lift up on the ends. Down here with the 400, that's pretty straight, pretty flat, so I think that'll work. But you see how I use just a piece of tape there to space it, and I've got the front edge here all the way up to this, so when I do that on the other side, this end, the R, will be up right here, and then run off, so people can see what the heck I'm driving. Yeah. Like I said, this was debadged by the previous owner, and I'm rebadging it. Those weren't bad. I think they were 78 pesos or something. I don't know. Not much, but yeah, I just want everybody to know what I got. Alright, so I got this side on. Got the spacing just right and everything, but I don't know if you can see this. It's trying to lift off right there. This is double-sided sticky tape, and same with this one. It's trying to lift off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around a coffee can or something. I have a coffee can, and tape it on there for a few days and see if I can get it to convince itself to bend. And they're just plastic. So anyway, that side looks a lot better than the other side, I think, but because the way it's facing. But I don't know. Let's take a look here. See. I mean, that side doesn't look bad either. It's a little symbol there. But yeah, the D is the little thing. You know, they got all these space age graphics and stuff on here. This is a tank protector. You see it's already scratched up and everything. But, all right, well, a few days I'll have this done. So I turned all my new pots upside down just in case it rains, because this gets a lot of rain right here. That's why I wanted to have the garden there, and then I don't have to do so much watering, because it pours off of here and hits that wall and comes straight down here. So in case it rains, then I don't want these filling up with water. I've got to start the seedlings. I've got some plastic cups, and I'll fill those up with dirt and get the seedlings started. And once they're up a couple inches, a few centimeters, whatever, I don't know, 5 to 7 centimeters high, then I'll plant them in here. But I'll fill these up. And I ordered 8 more bags of topsoil, so those are coming. And I have, yeah, see, there's 8 there. You buy one, get one. Yeah. And oh, by the way, these pots, they were 145 pesos a piece, so I spent 1,450 pesos on these. And for right now, I'm just going to leave those there. I may just have them set up here on this stainless steel table. This used to be my cooking rack back when I was in the condo in Pasig. And it's been kind of my gardening go-to since then. See some fertilizer down there and stuff. So I may just put both pots up here. It'll hold the weight. It's pretty sturdy. But, yep. In case anybody didn't get the reference to Green Acres, back in the 60s, there was I think it was late 60s, 67, 68, 69, somewhere around there. There was a show on TV. It's called Green Acres, about this city guy that decided he wanted to live in the country, and so he started his farm, and his wife was Zsa Zsa Gabor. And nope, she wanted Park Avenue. So anyway, I've sang that song most of my life. Something about it, you know, when I used to have my John Deere riding lawnmower, I would sing that while I was mowing the grass. Alright, enough of that, right? Okay, the last of my deliveries. Can't do any gardening without gardening tools, right? These are all stainless, so here in the Philippines, with all the moisture and stuff, plus working with wet dirt, you really need stainless. So these are my cups that I'm going to use to plant my seeds in. Once the seeds sprout and grow up, then I can put them in the big pots. So that's another couple of weeks down the road. I was just waiting for these because I gotta take dirt out of the bag, put it in the cups. So, yep. Just one package of jalapeno seeds. Oh, and those grandes, those are jalapenos. I only got 5 seeds out of those. No wonder they're only 32 pesos, right? But this other, I think, is 68 pesos and comes with 100 seeds. So those are coming. That's about it for this whole ordering thing, this whole ordering spree. You know, even with the power inverter, the AVR is what they call it, because it's an automatic voltage regulator. That's why the 3 220 plugs on there plus the 110. It stabilizes the 220 input, stabilizes it for clean 220 output, and then it splits that 220 for the 110. That's interesting. Yeah, I got all 3 of these, 168 pesos. But anyway, with the 1,588 peso inverter, transformer, whatever you want to call it, AVR, even with that, I'm still looking at less than 2,500 pesos for everything that I showed, all the seeds and the tools, the dirt, the pots. Yeah, so it's not bad. 2,500, and those pots will last for years. And the dirt, you know, I just have to replenish a little bit each year. So I got the basics down, and like I said, I believe in sustainable gardening. So I'm going to try and keep reusing seeds. These papaya seeds are almost completely dried out now. I need, oh, hello, come back here. Don't go away. I'm going to try, I'm gonna probably get one huge pot and try and see if I can grow a papaya. Otherwise, it'll be across the street in the vacant lot. There was a papaya there, it died. So I'll see if I can do another one. I'm still trying to break up these seeds. Some of them are still stuck together. I need to put these in the freezer now for at least a month. Get them to get it in their little DNA that they've gone through a winter, and it's time to grow again when I take them out, dry them, warm them up. That's what you do with sustainable gardening. All right, time to get planting. Get these cups filled up. That's why the Sharpie's here, so that I can write on the sides of the cups what seeds are in there. And then once the seeds get up, I just cut the cups, and I'll have markers to put in each one of the big pots, so I'll know what plants are growing, right? Hey, you know, and these, I don't know, 50 pesos or something for all those cups. Yeah, they're not much. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Okay, so I got cups labeled. I'm only gonna do just like one cup, one set of bell peppers, one set of these grande peppers, cherry tomatoes, the large tomatoes, then I've got the Filipino tomatoes, and I've got the green chilies, the hot peppers, the onions. I'm gonna go put dirt in these now, then I gotta soak the seeds, and I put those in the dirt and put these outside, and holy cow, got a lot of things to do here. So, gardening is fun. Actually, it's been my hobby for most of my life, and I've really enjoyed that aspect, being able to eat what you grow. Yum, yum. Okay, so I got these cups filled up. Now the onions I'm going to put directly into that pot that I'm putting soil into, but all the rest I'll soak the seeds, then I'll plant them in these in their appropriate cups. Let's see, this one here, cherry tomato. Let's see, what is this one? Filipino type tomatoes, the small ones, not the cherries, but see, and these are the green chilies. All right, time to get back to work. So this is the composition of the dirt. It's got, well, it says vermicast, or vermicast, yeah, but it's vermiculite. It's got rice hulls, the raw rice hulls. It's got cocoa peat. Take your coconut husks and you let those ferment and then break down and stuff. It's got carbonized rice hulls, which basically they burn the rice hulls, so they break down faster. Then it's got regular garden soil. So I've been drilling holes in my pots here for drainage. Now it's got knockouts here. Yeah, I could knock them out, but I want I want less drainage than that. I didn't want water running all over my tiles. Yeah, so I drilled all of these out. And then here, I'm going to plant my onions directly in here. You can see the rice hulls and stuff, but man, this is really, really beautiful soil. I'm really pleased with it. I've got my little cups here. It says onions green, and I will mark my plants like that so that I can know what I'm growing in here, and then I can just pull it out. So, well, what's coming up? So I'll plant my onion seeds directly into this. They don't need to be soaked, and the rest I'm soaking right now. I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so these are the bell peppers. They're soaking. Not all of them. You can see I still got a few seeds left. I'll see if these come up. It should be enough to get started if they'll take the water, sink. It'll take a few hours. These are my Filipino tomatoes. Red seeds. Interesting. These are my supposed jalapenos, the grandes. I only had a few seeds in there. Let's see, yeah. You see just a few seeds. That's all I got with these guys. Now remember, I've got some giant jalapenos coming. Then here's my cherry tomatoes. They're in there soaking in a bath. And these are my green chilies. I don't know how they're going to be, but a lot of seeds in there. I'll stir these up occasionally. And then here's my giant tomatoes. I got a lot of seeds in here. There's probably 300 seeds in there. So I took about a third of them, put them in here. I'm going to have 2 pots of these, hopefully 2 plants in each pot. Really like to get my big tomatoes. And then here's my hot peppers. And again, I have seeds left over on everything except for these. I'm really disappointed with these. How much can I grow here with, what, 3 or 4 seeds? I don't know. Not very many, but yeah, I'll get the other ones started too. But hopefully something comes up. I'd like to at least have one. But if the other ones will be here, I think on Monday or Tuesday. Today's Saturday, and yeah, when those get here, then I'll get those started also, and I'll be happy to do so. All right, so let these guys soak for a while, a few hours anyway, just to get them moist, and then I can put them in my little cups. My selection of soil is getting larger. The site on Lazada says you buy one, you get one. So I ordered 4, I got 8. Who doesn't like to get 8, right? Now you see I got an uneven stack because I've used 1.5. So I've got 10 pots, 16 bags. So it takes 1.5. Now my math isn't really good. It means I should have just a little bit of soil left over, right? And here's my seedlings. Now I just finished sprinkling and raining, so I'm going to have to cover these or something just so that if it rains then they don't fill up with water. I'm going to have to drain that water off, otherwise those seeds will rot. Thought it'd be a good idea here, but we had 4 days of no rain, so and yeah, my one thing died. So I got the pot sitting here, and you can see that the tiles are wet right here. But it took 1.5 bags to get that much dirt in a pot. Those pots are pretty good size. They hold a lot. That's where my onions are, my green onions. So, yeah. See, Mother Nature's watering system figured that one out. I'm not the brightest bulb on the string, but yeah, I can do basic math sometimes. Yeah. Okay, so I have a calculator. Okay, so I got my last delivery of seeds. These are jumbo jalapenos, supposedly. So the first ones I got that said grande, I had 2 seeds. Ooh, that's going to grow a lot, right? So I'm going to get soaking these and get those in the dirt. I've got a couple of extra cups. I had already labeled them for onions, so I'll just take the labeling off of there and rewrite them as jumbo jalapenos. And then I got these. Okay, so I ordered 2 sets, and that's a set, small and large. These are tire repair screws. These things have a rubber coating on them. I'll just show you, and if I can get this thing to focus. Anyway, if you have a nail or a puncture in your tire, screw this thing in, and with that rubberizing there, it just seals it off. Just use a Phillips screwdriver. If I can get this thing, and this is a large one, but then how many nails are you going to see that are any bigger than that? So I will carry, and pretty elaborate packaging too, in these little capsules, each one of these. That's handy. So I'll keep 1 set of these, large and small, in the motorcycle, and keep 1 set in the car. See, there's a solution to every problem, right? I haven't had a problem, but if I do, I plan on taking some motorcycle trips, and if I do, I want to make sure that I have some way to fix a puncture. A friend of mine from Rojas City, he and his family, they took a motorcycle ride, actually a scooter, but anyway, they call it a motorcycle. They took a ride and they only made it about 2 hours, and they picked up a nail or something and got a flat tire, and they didn't have anything like this. Now they do. Michael texted me back, says, yeah, I ordered some of those because I suggested those. When I saw his video, I thought, oh, okay, so if I go on a motorcycle ride and I get a puncture, now what am I going to do? So, okay, I'm not going to sing Green Acres again. I have a lot to do. I'm hoping that my seedlings, even after getting overly soaked, oh my goodness, I'm trying to drill through the bottom of the cup. Those cups are so flimsy, it's just collapsing the cups as I'm pushing the drill and the drill bit up to it. So I might have to drill down through the dirt and everything and out through the bottom. I need to have drain holes in those cups, so if this happens again, if any water, too much water or whatever, it can drain out the bottom, or my seeds are just going to get ruined. And some of those varieties, I didn't have very many seeds. Those Grandes, 2 seeds. I thought there were 4 when I first counted them, when they were still in a little plastic package. Yeah, when I poured them into the water, 2. Dos. For jalapenos, dos. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I'll probably be doing some more basic around the yard stuff. I'm going to try and make hay while the sun shines, as the saying goes. And yeah, we'll see here in a few weeks if any of these plants come up in the cups. Fingers crossed. You know, I got these pots and I'm ready to go. You know, I got my new soil. Yeah, 16 bags. But as I said in the video, if it takes 1.5 bags per pot, that's 15 bags, right? So it gives me 1 bag left over. So if I want to fill some of the pots up just a little bit more. Actually, I've got a bunch of plants out here on the wall, and I need to add some dirt into those. I got the other plants over here behind the elephant ears. I need to get those done. So I'm going to probably just be doing little clips for this next week of what I'm doing. I'm going to get my new Lazada ordered cheap, what was it, 1,200 pesos or something? My cheap weed trimmer out. I'm going to go to town on it. The batteries have been charged and it's been ready to go. I just haven't had time, or it's been raining or something, or I didn't feel good. You know, we had 4 days of great weather, and then today we had a couple of showers. I noticed the water is still dripping out here. I'm going to fix that, and I'll show you that when I get this going. I'll be doing a lot of ladder work. I got to tie up my my climbers. I got to get those climbing instead of just hanging all over everything. I've got a lot of plants to trim up and trim down, trim back, whatever. The place looks like a jungle. I'm embarrassed. You know, when I pulled into the yard after that motorcycle ride, and camera's showing my yard, I'm going, oh, geez, that was terrible. I should have cut it off before then. So anyway, and another thing, my aggressive riding, I've been criticized by a couple of people I know when I sent them the video. Oh, you ride like a wild man. I said, there wasn't anybody around. Either that, or I was getting past people that rode like idiots. You know, I don't hang around with idiots. Somebody may not be able to tell the difference, right? I was turning onto MacArthur. I had idiot on a scooter cut right inside of me. I almost ran over him. It's a good thing I could see him. And he was the first one I passed. All right, you was in such a big ass hurry. Now what did you gain? Yeah, up yours too. And then in the last half of the video, I was turning into the road that comes into my neighborhood. This guy, a Grab driver, delivery driver, he missed the pole on the corner by that much, and he missed me by that much. I had my signal light on. I'm turning. There was no place for him to be except in the gravel to cut inside of me. Of course, I said hi to him when he went past, after I gassed on it and went past him in the truck. And I pulled over and I greeted him, let him know I didn't appreciate that. He don't care. Voila. Morons. Instant idiots Just add steering wheel or handlebars. And then that's me. Okay. Hopefully you saw on my return trip, I wasn't in that big of a hurry. You know, I use courtesy. I do that 99.9% of the time. Going there, like I said, there was hardly any traffic. You know, I had to cut behind a van pretty close because I had other cars coming. I had a scooter and I had a car, and they were both making haste, try and close up that gap so I can't go. I still went. You know, you go for it when you can get it, because these people around here, like I said, just add steering wheel or handlebars. Yeah, they'll present themselves. Let's put it that way. And then I had that jeepney as I was getting ready to pull up to church. The guy looks over at me and moves right at me. That's when I just rotated the throttle. I get out of there. You know, you cannot fix stupid, and it's illegal to hit people with a 2x4. Ask me how I know. Anyway, I'm not going to rant anymore. We'll see what's coming up. Y'all be safe. Thanks for hanging out with me. God bless.